നമസ്കാരം. പുതിയതായി 8ാം ക്ലാസ്സിലെത്തിയ എല്ലാ കുട്ടികൾക്കും ഈ ചാനലിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം. ഇന്ന് 8ാം ക്ലാസ്സിലെ ഫിസിക്സ് ഫസ്റ്റ് യൂണിറ്റ് ആണ് നമ്മളിവിടെ പഠിക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത്. സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ് 8 ഫിസിക്സ് ഫസ്റ്റ് യൂണിറ്റ് മെഷർമെന്റ്സ് ആൻഡ് യൂണിറ്റ്സ്. ഹിയർ എ പിക്ചർ ഈസ് ഗിവൺ ആസ് ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷൻ. Here a notice is observed by few students in which it is written as students who are interested in joining NCC and fulfill the following physical measurements should repeat at the school ground on June 15 at 4 o'clock. Height 1.50 meter and weight 48 kg. Here we have to discuss more about these units, that is meter, what is kilogram, and is there any other unit for measuring height and weight, then what is its necessity, etc. Now let us go to the first topic, that is length. Here first we have a table work, a worksheet given. Here we have to measure the length of the table. We have to measure the length of the table in your classroom using the pencil in each student's hand and write it down in the table given below. Every student will have a pencil in your hand, and using that pencil we have to measure the length of a table, or the same table, length of the same table is measured using pencils of different lengths. Now you can write here the serial number, name of student, length of the table. That is, since we are in this lockdown period, we cannot fill this in classroom, so you can write this with different pencils of your own. You may take different pencils, one or two pencils with different length, and measure your table with each pencil. Then record this in this table, serial number 1, 2, 3, and name of student, your name itself, and length of the table in pencil measure. Use one pencil for each entry. Thus you have to complete the table 8.1. Now observe the table and we have to answer 4 questions. First question is, compare your measurements with those of others. Here we are comparing the measurements of our own with different pencils. Are all measurements the same? Are all the measurements same? We are sure that it will not be same. Now the third question, why are the measurements not equal? What is the reason? We can easily understand that the measurements are different because we have used pencils of different length for measuring. Since the scale we used for, that is, scale means not the scale we use for drawing, and the scale means tod, that is, for the measurements we use some scale. The scales are different because the lengths are different. Don't you feel that all should have got the same measurement? Each time we measure, we should get the same measurement. Now what can we do about it? What can we do about it? In order to get the same measurement, we can use the same scale of measurement, or in other words we can say that if all pencils are of same length, then we will get same measurements. Now there is another work given for us, that is, try to measure the length of the same table using the ribs of a coconut tree leaf. Ribs of a coconut tree leaf means irkil. Now we can take ribs of coconut tree leaf of each of equal in length and use this to measure the length of the table. Now, isn't the measurement that everyone got the same? Didn't you understand that while measuring the length of an object, the results of all will be the same only if all use objects of same length or same scale to measure. This is our inference. That is, from these two activities, we come to the conclusion that while measuring the length of an object, the results of all will be the same only if all use objects of same length or same scale to measure. Now, in olden days, different scales were used for measuring length. We have to write the scales we were using in olden days. Here two of the scales are given here. That is, one is vara and the other is 1/4 arm. That is also called mulam. Now we have to write another scale which is used in olden days. We have heard about mile, feet, furlong, chan, CHAAN. Chan means a span of fingers, the length of a span of fingers. It is called chan. Angulam, kol, all these were using in olden days. Now try to write down the difficulties that arise due to the use of different scales in different parts of the world. Now we have to write down the difficulties that arise due to the use of different scales in different parts of the world. Here we have to note the points. That is, what are the difficulties that arise due to the use of different scales in different parts of the world. First one is given here, that is, the accuracy cannot be ensured. If we do not use the same scale, then the accuracy will not be ensured. So the first point is accuracy cannot be ensured. In order to ensure accuracy, we must use same scales. Now, what is the next point? It will be difficult in comparing and contrasting. There is another point, which is we may find it difficult in transactions or difficulty in buying and selling. We cannot easily sell or buy things if two persons use different units. Thus, what are the 3 points? What are the difficulties that arise due to the use of different scales in different parts of the world? That is, the accuracy cannot be ensured. Second point, difficulty in comparing and contrasting. Third point, difficulty in buying and selling. Write the points in your textbook. Let us see how this problem has been solved. Now, such problems are not in our world because we use a standard scale of definite length. That is, a standard scale of definite length has been recognized worldwide for measuring length. Can you measure the length of a pencil accurately using a 1 meter long rod? Now, our problem is that can we measure the length of a pencil using a 1 meter long rod? We know that the pencil is very small compared to the rod. So, can we measure it correctly? Thus, we understand that we need smaller units of length for measurements. Now examine a meter scale. Let us examine a meter scale. You might have observed long lines as well as numbers marked along its sides. Markings on the scale start from 1. Markings first start from 1. Then which marking falls last on the scale? On the meter scale, the last marking will be, we know, it is 100. There will be 1 to 100 markings. A meter scale is divided into 100 equal parts. The length of each part is 1 centimeter. The length of each part is 1 centimeter. This is useful in measuring a length which is less than 1 meter. By using this unit, that is the unit of centimeter, we can measure a length which is less than 1 meter. Now here in figure 8.3, the figure of a scale is given. Observe the figure showing a part of a scale. Now you know that the length between two successive long lines is 1 centimeter. Successive long lines. That means here 1 and its successive line is 2. Between 1 and 2 there is a length of 1 centimeter. This is 1 centimeter length. You have to note this point. The length between two successive long lines is 1 centimeter. That is, between 2 and 3, the length is 1 centimeter. Between 3 and 4, this length is also 1 centimeter. Between 4 and 5, this length is also 1 centimeter. Thus, into how many equal parts is 1 centimeter divided? 1 centimeter is divided into, this is the 1 centimeter length, and it is divided into 10 equal parts. It is divided into 10 equal parts. What is the use of such a division? What is the use of such a division? Such a division is useful for measuring lengths less than 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter is divided into 10 equal parts. The length of each part is 1 millimeter. The length of each part is 1 millimeter. This becomes useful. What is the need of millimeter? This becomes useful to measure a length which is less than 1 centimeter. In order to measure lengths which are less than 1 centimeter, we can make use of this small divisions, and it is called millimeter. Now, what are the relations between meter, centimeter and millimeter? 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter and 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. If so, find out how many millimeter is 1 meter. We can easily say that 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter. Now, draw a line segment of length. Draw a line segment of length 8 centimeter in your science diary and mark the following. You have to draw a line of length 8 centimeter. Take your scale and draw a line of length 8 centimeter. And on that line, you have to mark certain points P, Q, R, S. Here, a line, the whole length of the line is 8 centimeter. From P to Q, you have to mark at a distance 6 millimeter. That is, from P at 6 millimeter, mark Q. And PR is equal to 16 millimeter. PR is equal to 16 millimeter means from P you have to take 16 millimeter distance and mark the point R here. Now PS is equal to 5 centimeter. From P starting From P, you have to mark the point S such that the distance PS is 5 centimeter. Now this is your work and it should be done in your notebook. That is, draw a line segment. Question is this: draw a line segment of length 8 centimeter in your notebook and mark the following. PQ is equal to 6 millimeter, PR 16 millimeter and PS is equal to 5 centimeter. Your answer will be like this. You have to draw a line of length 8 centimeter and mark these points of corresponding lengths. The smallest length that can be accurately measured using a meter scale is its least count. Now this is another point, that is least count. The smallest length that can be accurately measured using a meter scale is known as its least count. Find it out and record it in your science diary. Now, what is the least count of a meter scale? A meter scale, with a meter scale, which is the smallest quantity, that smallest length that can be measured, we know that it is 1 millimeter. This length, that is 1 millimeter, is the least count of a meter scale, or we can say that 1 millimeter is the smallest length that can be accurately measured using a meter scale. Now, thickness of paper. Thickness of a paper can be measured using a scale. Now, what is the procedure for measuring for finding the thickness of a paper? We know that the thickness of a single paper is very small and we cannot measure it by a scale. Then what is the procedure we adopt? Take 100 sheets of paper and pile it up to make a bundle. Instead of taking a single sheet, we are taking 100 sheets of paper and we are making it as a bundle. Now we have to measure the height of this bundle using a scale. Now the height of this bundle can be easily measured using a scale. If it falls in between two markings, if it is not a round number or it is just between two markings, then make suitable changes by adding the number of sheets. That is, we can increase any number of sheets can be taken for this. Now for easiness, we have taken 100 sheets. If it falls in between two markings, you may do suitable changes in the number of sheets. Then measure its height. Now there is another step remaining, that is, by dividing this height by the number of sheets, we get the thickness of a sheet of paper. For finding the thickness of a single sheet of paper, we have to divide the height we measured using the scale with the number of sheets taken. That is, if the height of the 100 number of sheets is 1 centimeter, then you have to divide this 1 centimeter by 100. That is, 1 by 100 will be the thickness of that single piece of paper or single sheet of paper. Now observe figure 8.6 and find out how the thickness of a thin metal wire can be found. We have another problem here, the thickness of a thin metal wire. The metal wire is too thin to measure using a scale. So what we will do? We will make this in the form of a coil, or we have wind it on the pencil and we will measure this length, and by dividing the number of turns, this height by the number of turns, we will get the thickness of a single wire. Now the length of a curved line. How you will find the length of a curved line? This figure 8.7. This is. Now you have to draw this type of a curved line in your notebook, and using a thread and a meter scale you can measure the length of this curved line. How we will measure? We can measure it by placing the thread over the curved line. We have to take the thread and place it over this line, and then take the thread out and measure the distance, measure its length. Then we will get the length of the curved line. Thus you have to find the length of the curved line AB and fill here. Now next is measurement of diameter of a sphere. How we will find the diameter of a sphere using a meter scale? As in figure 8.8, the object or the ball or the sphere is kept in between two wooden blocks whose diameter is to be measured. That is, we have to measure the diameter of this ball, then you have to put it or fix it in between two wooden blocks. Then measure the diameter of the ball and write it down in the science diary. Then this distance, we can easily measure this distance from this to this. These two point difference between these two markings will give you the diameter of this ball, and you can measure this and write it here. The basic unit of length is meter. Smaller units like centimeter, which is represented by the symbol cm, and millimeter represented by mm. Micrometer. Micrometer has another name, which is micron, also known as micron. Micron, mu m. Mu m. Mu is a Greek alphabet and it is written like this. Nanometer, nm. Nanometer, nm are also used in certain situations for convenience. We use a bigger unit like kilometer to measure the distance between two places. The distance between two places are measured in units of kilometer. Units like astronomical unit AU, light year, parallaxic second, also known as parsec. Parsec is the short form for parallaxic second. Its symbol is PC. These are used for measuring distance to planets or stars. The distance between stars or distance to planets are measured in these three units. What are they? They are astronomical unit, light year and parsec. These are the units which we use to measure the distance to planets or distance to stars. Now, what is one astronomical unit? One astronomical unit is the average distance from the Earth to the Sun. Astronomical unit AU is defined as the average distance from the Earth to the Sun. This distance is approximately 15 crore kilometer. 15 crore kilometer. 1 light year. Now, what is 1 light year? 1 light year is the distance travelled by light in 1 year. The distance travelled by light in 1 year. It is called 1 light year. In vacuum, light travels 3 lakh kilometers in 1 second. The light is moving with maximum speed, or the maximum possible speed is that of light, and it has a speed of 3 lakh kilometers in 1 second. 3 lakh kilometer in 1 second. In 1 second, light reaches 3 lakh kilometer away. Then what is the distance travelled by light in 1 year? That is called 1 light year. Now, parsec is found to be 3.26 light year. 3.26 light year is 1 parsec. Now, here are some values given. 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. It can be also written as 10 raised to 3 meter. Here 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter is 1 by 100th of a meter. That is 1 by 100 is written as 10 square. We know that 10 square means 10 into 10. That is 100 is written as 10 square. We know that 10 square is equal to 100. Now here we can write it as 10 raised to minus 2 meter. 10 raised to minus 2 meter. 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter is 1 by 1000 of a meter. 1 by 1000 means 1 by 1000, 10 raised to 3. 10 raised to 3. That is 10 raised to minus 3 meter. 1 μm. 1 by 10 lakh meter. That is equal to 1 by 10 raised to 6 meter. That is 10 raised to minus 6 meter. Similarly, 1 nanometer is equal to 10 raised to minus 9 meter. On the basis of the given information, answer the following questions. The use of a plastic carry bags having thickness below the stipulated level, below the allowed level, has been prohibited, are not allowed. In which unit is the thickness of such bags expressed? We express the thickness of plastic bags in micron or micrometer. The distance from the Earth to a planet in the solar system is 4 AU. What do you mean by this? The distance from Earth to that planet is 4 times the distance to the Sun from our Earth. Find out how many kilometers is 1 light year and write it down in your science diary. How many kilometers is 1 light year and write it down in your science diary. We can calculate this as 3 lakh into 60 into 60 into 24 into 365. What is this 60 into 60 into 24 into 365? That is in 1 second 3 lakh kilometers are covered by light. Therefore, 60 seconds, 60 minutes, 24 hours and 365 days. Therefore, 1 light year is written as 3 lakh into 60 into 60 into 24 into 365. You calculate this and write the number. Now, what are the precautions to be taken while measuring the length? There are certain precautions we should take before measuring the length. While measuring the length of an object, keep the scale close to the object without any inclination. Inclination means cherivu. We should keep the scale close to the object, such that there is no inclination between the surface and the scale. So, which is right in these two figures? This one is right. The position, second thing we have to remember is the position of the eye is very important while taking the measurement. Observe the figures and understand where the position of the eye should be. The position of the eye should be erect. Or in this figure, who is getting correct measurement? This boy who got 8 centimeter is the correct measurement. Now you might have understood. Here there is a question. What is the length of the pencil shown in figure 8.9c? Note it down. Here the length of the scale will be 8 centimeter. Now you might have understood that basic unit for measuring length and its smaller as well as bigger units. You might have also observed the situations in which length is to be measured.